Good morning. Good morning. Ah, different something a little different this morning based on where we are. Hope you are having a wonderful morning. This is the Journey to Winning Anyway Life. I am your host, Life Pastor Kyle, all things winning, and we're back to discuss more winning keys to self-discipline, making sure we get this thing right. Last week was amazing, so we actually jumped back into it this week. So grab your pens, grab your papers as you're getting dressed. Turn your volume up, turn your phone on as you're rolling over, deciding I want to be a part of this morning. Turn yourself over and get your what you need to get what you need for the rest of your weekend day. Hello, Takashi Haynes, Aaron Fleeks, to one the car, Danny Hen, Ashley, come on, Kenneth Davis, I see you, man. Good morning, good morning. Come on in, come on in. Chris Blake, I see y'all handling up, man, out there on that field, coach. Mama Brand, God bless you. Good to see you this morning. And so I just want to say good morning, everybody. Hope y'all are having an amazing Friday already. On your way to a great weekend. Hello, Maria Briscoe. And I'm just ready for this morning. There's some more keys. I said, we might as well go ahead and get all the keys out. Might as well, not play with the keys and get all the keys we need for where we're going. So that's what I want to do this morning. I'm having some raspberry turmeric tea this morning. Oh my God, it's amazing. And so just getting things ready. As you come in, like, share, tag someone, let them know that you're on, the broadcast for the Winning Anyway Life broadcast with Pastor Dexter Kyle or Life Pastor Kyle, however you want to see it. I want you to go ahead and come in and get yourselves ready. Hello, Aaron Fleeks and Danny Hen and Andrea Thomas. I'm just ready, y'all. Listen, I don't want to waste your time. There's just more keys to being disciplined. You have to consistently update your keys to being disciplined. You can't just, play with it. You have to be disciplined in all that you do. Good morning, Brittany Blake. I know y'all all sleepy and tired from the game, but excited, but still tired. And I have my Get Out spoon this morning. That's when, did the movie Get Out. I want to tell you, get out of poverty, get out of life situation, get out of frustration, and get into your winning anyway life. Let's go. Listen, hello, Valencia Miller, Crystal Burton. I guess I'm jumping too quick this morning. Hello, Miss Tamara Briggs. I'm excited because I told you last week, you have to learn the lessons, y'all. You can't just remember the phrases. A lot of people remember the phrases and they can repeat what I say. But if you don't learn the lesson, you can't apply the principle. Hello, Carlos Divine. Hello, Ashley Prevost. Michelle Jones, come on in. Y'all are coming in nicely well. As you come in, please like, share, tag, send up hearts and love as you come in. Emery Shelvin, good to see you. Shay Williams, good morning, good morning. Bertha Hodge, good morning. Well, listen. I am Miss Darshing. Come on. Come on. Hey, Allison Graham, let's go this morning. You caught me on time this morning. No replay. You are here this morning. And that's amazing. Listen, let's get into it. I told you you can't just learn the phrases, you have to learn the lessons. There are lessons behind winning anyway. And you have to learn those lessons so you're able to apply the things you need to apply when you need to apply them. Winning anyway lessons are almost like context in the Bible. Good morning, Geraldine. You can't just take it all as of right now. There are lessons that you learn to apply as you come into situations in your life that will cause you problems. Hello, Tisa Collier. That will cause you problems and issues that you won't be able to handle unless you have wisdom for it. Hello, Miss Lee. How you doing? Uh, so I wanna push you past the phrases and get you to the lessons that you have to learn. So you really have to evaluate where you've been in order to push yourself into an area of discipline. Oh my God, my mouth is tripping. Into an area of discipline. You have to evaluate where you have been and then honestly evaluate where you are now and then where you desire to go. So what you have to do is prepare and plan to win no matter what is going on in your life. You make sure you're preparing to win. Prepare your winning speech, prepare your winning outfit. I mean, prepare everything that says you're going to win in spite of what has happened to you. Okay? One of the first things I think I said it yesterday that you have to know is you have to know the difference between support and surveillance. I see you two on the car preparing to win. You have to know the difference between support and surveillance. People who support you are there no matter what. People that have you under surveillance support you until they get what they think they need. and then what they need to make you guilty, or what they need to feel like they're better than you or above you. And then you'll see them uh, procrastinate. I'll say it like that. Hello, Trishelle, bro. Listen, good to see you. And so you have to know the difference between people who are in your life to support you and in for surveillance. That means some people are close to you simply because they want to see what you do and how you do it to see if they can, or because their minds already told them they can do it better. So they're only close to you for surveillance. They're not for support. And once you figure that out, you have to be okay with their surveillance. Here's what I ask you to do. When you realize that they're only there for surveillance, just close your blinds. Miss Williams, here we go. Just close your blinds. There's nothing else you have to do. You don't have to shoot back. You don't have to clap back. You don't have to fuss back. You don't have to be upset and be frustrated. Just be grateful that you understood where they are. And simply close your blinds, because surveillance needs to have a look in. And sometimes you have to just close your blinds. You're not there for support. Okay, no problem. We move on, because I'm pushing myself to be disciplined. And discipline needs consistency. If you ever get into a place in your life where you start dealing with things that are not disciplined and chasing rabbits and being distracted, you will miss being disciplined because you have no consistency, because you're busy doing everything else. I'm pushing now. 30 of you on here, 21 of you have liked it. I like all of you to either send a heart up, say like or love. Let me know that you were here if you possibly can, if you want to do so, and if you want to be in compliance with what I'm asking versus you just being a troll. But it's okay. God bless you. Ready? Let's go. Sometimes you have to deal with the relationships just as they are, support or surveillance. Real relationships that are out of convenience end up being just for surveillance. The ones that are support, you will have to reach beyond your comfort zone to maintain. You have to have hard conversations. You will have to have forgiveness. You will have to have things that move. You will have to consistently be in a trust area of your life, even though things seem like they're untrustworthy. You will have to push yourself beyond that, because a relationship that is worth your commitment is a relationship worth fighting for. It's one that inspires your mind, it inspires your soul, and inspires your spirit. You need those things to keep yourself disciplined sometimes in life. When you don't have those things, I think I said it on a post a while ago, you must unclutter your life. It means anything that's not giving you back what you desire and what you need, you must unclutter your life. How do I know what to unclutter it with? Watch this, Mr. Ricks. I can unclutter it. Anything that strips my faith, I need to unclutter that area. Anything that confuses my worship, I need to unclutter that area. Anything that feeds my doubt, I need to unclutter that area. What do you mean? Because there are people and things in your life, they're only in your life for garbage. They're only in your life for trash. They're only in your life for gossip. I'll say it again. They're only in your life for garbage. They're only in your life for trash. And they're only in your life for gossip. And if they're feeding your doubt, you need to shift that now. I don't need anything to feed my doubt. I have enough doubt of my own. I have enough issues of my own. I don't need anybody else to agree and feed my doubt. When you're insecure, immature, or intimidated, that's when you welcome people who feed your doubt because they agree with you on everything. Hey, Ivan Rice, Hawaii. My God. Amazing. Proud of you, man. Proud of y'all. Listen, so we're going to invest the next, hey, Campbell Booker Sap, we're going to invest the next few minutes giving you these points on how to get your life in another area of discipline, next level discipline. What's up, Misty Don Catherine? Next level discipline. Number one, quickly, you have to refocus. Most of you are here because you enjoy getting a word in the morning on Friday. You have to refocus. No matter what's in your life, take a minute, take a breath, take a shower, take a bath, whatever it takes, and refocus. Once you refocus yourself, turn yourself in the direction in which you want to go, not looking down at where you are. Refocus. Number two, I'm moving quickly. Number two, Number two, you have to meditate. Decide where you want to go and make that all you think about. What you eat, sleep, dream, whatever it is, you meditate on it. Because when you meditate, I'll give you that in a minute. You meditate, it allows you to have experience before you get to the experience. Here we go. Number three, you must observe. And you can't observe from your offended place. Because to observe from your offended place is always going to give you a reason to stay in doubt, to stay distrusting, and to stay disconnected. You must observe from a place where God shows you his plan for it, so you'll know you're in line with God, even if your flesh don't agree. So refocus, meditate, observe. And then here's the last one in this area. You have to make or create a way to move forward in discipline. Make or create a way to move forward in discipline. Hey, Shanette, good to see you. Make or create a way. Why would you say make or create a way? Because you have Bible for it. Joshua chapter 1, verse 8, those of you who read your Bible, it says this book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, and then that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written. Y'all got it? So you refocus, you meditate. Hey, Colette, you meditate day and night, that you may observe. That's number three. Observe to do according to all that is written. For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, which means God says, I've given you the tools. Thank you, Geraldine. So while you're sitting back waiting to be able to figure out a situation, God said, I've already given you the pattern. Refocus, meditate, observe, make and create a way. You shall make your way prosperous. And here's his guarantee. When you do it like that, he says, and then thou shalt have good success. You got Bible for it. You got Bible for your discipline. When you're disciplined enough to refocus, meditate, observe, and then make your way prosperous, he says, if you put these into play, you shall have good success. My God, that's major. Let's go. I'll do a little teaching, mother. I'm gonna bring out a little teaching right here. In the Hebrew, meditate in the Hebrew is translated imagine. When you meditate on an imagined image, it gives you an experience. Good morning, Lester Blunt Jr., Minister Blunt. It gives you an experience, which means you don't have to spend the money, don't have to have the vacation, don't have to have the time. You just meditate on the image. And the meditation will give you the experience. Most of you are so busy playing big when little got you. How you know? Because you're not operating off of experiences that meditation has given you, that your prayer life has given you, that your consecration time has given you. You're meditating on goals and dreams you've written based on being better than somebody else, or trying to impress someone who's not paying attention to you, or trying to live a life that somebody else is living so you can be more than what they are, or make sure that you're above where they are. And you've missed imagining and meditating and getting a prayer life so God can show you the destiny and vision he has for you. Meditation gives you a free vacation, a free experience until you're able to manifest that thing in your faith, and then you can operate in the natural and have just what it is. Y'all get that? My God. Wow. So when you meditate on an imagined image, it gives you the experience. When you have an experience that's so deeply enrooted in your mind, watch this now. I'm going to help somebody. Good morning, Vivian Zink. Listen very carefully. When you have an experience that is expressed so deeply in your mind, it shrinks the process of stress in the process. Here it comes, Geraldine. I'm going to help you right here. You ready? It shrinks yeah. Everybody saying it shrinks the stress in the process. My wife likes homes. Our home and everybody else's home. So when you go look for a house or a car, I'll use Lester Blunt's wife. Years ago, hope she don't get mad at me later. Praise God. You know, people get mad when I use their testimony. I don't know why they get mad at me, but years ago, she's like, I don't need a luxury car. I wouldn't spend that kind of money on the car. I don't need that. That's not what I need. And she really is honest. But then as life grows and you realize how hard you work, and then you end up for a rental car, they give you one, and you start having the experience at someone, y'all, I feel the Holy Ghost right here. Mr. Blunt, watch this. You start having the experience at somebody else's expense. Then you start thinking about, is the expense worth it for you? I'll leave her alone. I'll move on to me. So I don't go test drive cars because, hey, Mary Lamb, I'm not a test drive kind of guy. If I like a car and I go drive it, I'm normally going to come home with it. Normally, pretty much, I'm going to come home with the car. Because once I drive it, and Mr. Blunt said, yeah, I'm with you, Mr. Blunt. I'm with you in faith. I got you. I normally don't test drive a car because I'm not a test drive kind of person. If it's in my life and I desire it and I work hard for it, hello, cousin Yvonne. I know if I test drive it, I'm probably going to, and it's good, and they meet the standard of what I give them in the boundaries of my finance, I'm going to come home with it probably. And that's why God gives you imagine images to have it. I said before, my wife likes homes. Homes were expensive when we started looking again about 3 or 4 years ago, real expensive. But the more we went, the less stress the process was. I don't like buying a home because the paperwork is too strenuous. Give us your tax paperwork. Show us how much you make. Okay, you know how much I make. It shows on my tax on my tax. I do pay taxes. It shows you all that. But I want to prove by the bank. Give me your bank statements. Give me your this. Give me your. It's like they do your taxes all over again for you. Well, how many bills do you have? Well, what kind of cars do you have? Can you afford this? Then the paperwork for buying a home, you know, certain kind of homes, is this thick. You sit there for like 2 or 3 hours or 2 hours signing paperwork. Now, some of you may have had that you know, quick go through where you do them 7, 8 pages, 12 pages. No. Carlos, it's that little book where my paperwork was so thick, they offered us kolaches at the beginning and offered us lunch. Y'all want something to eat? Y'all want coffee, Coke? I'm like, I want to get out of here. All I want is my key. But the more we went to visit the home that she liked, when she first saw it, I said, it's a good home, honey. Nice. It's a nice home. As we begin to visit the home more frequently, the more frequent we visit the home, the more it qualified and validated itself for us to do what it takes in the home we in now to get that home if we want it. It changed. I was like, that's an expensive home. Then I realized, wait a minute. It has this. It has that. So what are you saying? When you meditate on something and get an imagined image where you even go and start seeing it in the natural, you would have an experience so deep that it shrinks the process of the stress. That's good. It shrinks the process of the stress, which means I no longer worry about the stress. I'd rather have the value of what I'm getting because it's worth the stress or the process without the stress. Now, let me move on. This is only for serious people. So if you're serious, wake up, stop getting dressed, and type this. I will win anyway. Yeah, this is for the serious people. This is not for the drop in, say hello, goodbye. Not for the ones who lay your phone down in the closet while you're in the other room. This is the one where you respond to the prophet's voice right here. I will win anyway. It's not a typing. It's an agreement with the prophet and a declaration. I'm giving you you just gave me my water I asked you for. And you made me a cake and I'm giving you the meal barrel back full. You as you're typing, you're giving me the water I asked for. I'm giving you the meal barrel back full. As you're typing, you're giving me the vessels that I asked you to do. Your fingers are the vessels. Borrow not a few. I'm now filling up your vessel. So as you pour back, you will begin to win in every area of your life. I declare and decree it by the prophet, not by the coach. In Jesus' name. Let's deal with the lessons. I see you, Donna Blunt. Yes, you will. I've been pushing it every other week. Go get the truck. I don't care what you don't want. We tend to wait until we need. You don't ever buy anything when you need it. Because when you buy it when you need it, it means you don't have anything to trade for. You don't have any value. You don't have anything. When you buy it when you want it, you can negotiate and get what you want at the value and place you want it at. Once you need it and you don't have something, just to say it's a car, if you need a car, then you're going to have to pay the money they tell you to get because you don't have one. But when you have one, you can trade it and get a value and make them negotiate the value that they're trying to give you on the one that they have. You don't buy anything that you need. You buy things that you want. When you buy when you need, you have to actually overpay because you are the one in need. When you buy when you want, you take your time and you make them call you every week and lower the price and call you every week and lower the price. Make them call you again and tell you we have a rebate and get all that kind of stuff. Make them call you when they haven't met their desire, when they haven't met their quota for the month, and you got to meet a quota by the 15th. What's today's date? They got to meet a quota by the 10th, and you're the only person they have. They'll take the highest price to qualify you and the lowest price because it cost them their job. Don't block God in from working for you because you've gotten into your mode of mind that you rather wait till the grapes go on sale. Go ahead and get the grapes and the cherries if it's what you want, not what you need. Let's go. So let me give you the winning anyway lessons to learn in your spirit to be disciplined. First lady said they will find a way to bless you, but you have to open the door for them to bless you. You can't keep blocking the door and expect people to bless you when you've already closed the door. You have to open the door for them to bless you. Okay, here we go. Come on, y'all getting happy now. I'm just giving y'all principles of how you're gonna have when you're disciplined in your process. Listen, here are the winning anyway lessons to learn. Y'all ready? Number one, you must know winning is an option. You got it? It's an option. So you have to protect your options and choose your options. It's an option. Okay, I'll give you an example. Canvas, you'll like this one. Winning is an option. You must protect it and choose it. You'll like this one. You cannot be, I'm going to help some of y'all value yourself differently. Can I increase your value? If I can increase your value, say go. Or say yes. Say yes, and I'll increase your value immediately. I'll show you how you've been devaluing yourself. Just say yes. I want to make sure. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Watch this, Misty Dawn. Watch this. You can't be in the NBA making millions on the contract, and you decide you're going at the family reunion go play with your cousins on the asphalt streets barefooted with the chance of twisting your ankle. When you know you have a contract for millions, but it's conducive on you playing for 5 years. And you at the family reunion because you want to prove you still got it. Even though you're in the NBA, you want to prove you still got it. So you end up playing basketball on the asphalt. What happens when you twist your ankle? People realize you didn't value who you really were. Because once you decide to win, you have to, watch this now, you have to be specific about your prayers, specific about your speech, specific about your relationships, specific about your connections, and specific about your expectations. Once you put your prayers, your speech, your relationships, your connections, and your experiences all together, that's called a whole life vibe. That means my whole life is deciding that I'm going to win. I'm not taking anything else. I have to learn how to make sure my prayers line up with what I'm asking for. How to make sure my speech when I'm not praying is still going to the same area. Make sure my relationships are not hindering me. To make sure my connections are ones that are going to help me push or ones I'm depositing into so God can deposit the residue back into me of the harvest and my expectations. It's a whole life vibe. Whole life. That's number one. You gotta learn that. You gotta learn that. Number two. Hello, Deja. Number two. Here we go. A loss does not, y'all, now those of you who were on here earlier will understand this more clearly right now. A loss does not make you a loser. It only y'all, I got this one last night. It was so fresh. I typed it in real quick. It only adds experience to your resume. Anybody get that? Because I lost, I'm not a loser. Because I made some mistakes, I'm not a loser. But it does add experience to my resume. I just answered the question you had. That's what's supposed to happen right there. The prophetic and the coach collide. You got the answer. A loss does not make you a loser. It only adds experience to my resume. You got it? I'm gonna move right on. Number three. In life, come on, Misty Dunn, hang in there. Misty Dunn's like, oh wow, she just wowing all day. Come on, let's get out of there. Number three. In life, in your life situations and circumstances of winning, and in your whole life in the sphere, most people can't answer this. Trisha Gerald, how you doing? And take that S off my name. That's Bishop Kyles. I'm not Bishop Kyles. I'm no S. I'm the other Kyle. I'm just being funny, but I'm being serious. In life, some people still don't have a picture of their own life. It's why you have a sit down with your pastor, your mentor, or your coach. Because all you have a picture of is what everybody else is doing. So you do things that don't make sense, trying to compete with people that aren't even in a race with you. That's when your discipline comes into place, because you are not disciplined enough to be you, but you're more comfortable competing with them. And they don't even know you exist because they aren't in a race. Here's number three. In life, being present. I see you, Trisha Gerald. I know you blessed, Trisha Gerald, and will dance up a storm. Listen, in life, being present is more than just being there. Some of y'all didn't get that. In the bigger sphere of your life, being present is more than just being there. I had like 5 meetings yesterday. And in all the meetings, every individual, I had to show them where they can be in a place, but not be present. Most people end up in a place where they can talk to people or act as if they're there, or they think because you see me. Come on, Patricia Gerald, you got it perfectly right. Because you see, Pastor, you saw me. I saw you, but you weren't present. Watch. If I went to which I do go to them quite often now, y'all don't know, but I do. I go to a ball or banquet where people are raising money or doing things. When I'm there, I'm present. I'm not just there to be seen. I'm there to support who everyone knows. See, when you're there, you're trying to be seen. I'm helping somebody that's listening. If you, and whoever it is, I ain't even said anything online. I'm helping you. Once you feel comfortable with this statement, you can go ahead and say, hey, pastor, or hey, prophet, or hey, coach, because this one gonna set you free. If you go there to be seen, then you have to overpay to stay. But if you go to support who's already seen, you can just be you and be appreciated. Jesus, that's rich. If you go to be seen, you have to overpay to stay. But if you go to support who's already seen, okay, I'll leave that alone. In life, being present is more important than being there. Like men used to always say, you know I love you. Didn't I pay the bills? Well, she don't care about the bills. What she wants is your communication. What she wants is your time. What she wants is you to have a disciplined attitude toward the children. What she wants is engagement. What she wants, then you get mad when she engage, leave it alone. You have to engage your environment. You have to engage the moment, and you have to engage the experience. Never think more of yourself to think that your presence is enough. Come on. I'm helping somebody. Never think that just because you're there, it's enough. It depends on what the other person's desire and need is. Because if their need is big and broad, and so it's already giving you a compliment. If your wife or spouse, male or female, if your spouse's need is very broad, Trishelle, it means they are trusting you're able to fill the need. And if you think just being present is enough, you're going to get a smooth, sad awakening later to realize you weren't enough. Then you want to say, oh, I know I'm enough. No, you're not. They told you wasn't enough because you being present wasn't enough. You have to engage the environment, engage everything in the atmosphere. You have to engage the moments that you have. You can't be programmed. Number three, you have to engage the total experience. That's number three, all number three. Once you engage those things, then you're able to be intertwined with the other person that is engaging the moment, the environment, and the experience. And it has to become part of your life. So as that person shifts and change, then you shift and change. It's almost like it's like line dancing, or it's like practicing for the ball dancing, or it's like Zydeco. There's a person that leads and a person that follows. As they move, you move. If you're in line dancing, and there's a person that does not know the line dance, most of the things they do is the people that the person's in between, they begin to teach them to dance. Because watch this. Can I help somebody? To not teach them will eventually create a collision with you. They end up bumping into you and bumping into somebody else and throwing all of you off. If you grab them and tell them no, heel, 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 back step, back, whatever. If you teach them, eventually they will be able to move with you and become an asset. But if you can't communicate and teach, then you'll end up having a collision with the same person who was right next to you. Because you miss engaging the environment, engaging the moment, and the experience. I'm moving. Not enough just to be there. Not enough just to be present. You have to be there. Number four. We got to go. Number four. Here's a hitter. Bondage is more expensive than freedom. Freedom won't cost you a bit of nothing because you enjoy it and you move with it. Bondage costs you more because you don't have freedom and you're paying for it. Come on. Bondage is more expensive than freedom. I'd rather be free to make wise choices I have to do than to be in bondage. Wow, everybody's saying okay. Andrea Thomas clapping. Tisa got what's the exclamation points for Tisa? Tell me which one did I get? Was it being present in life or was it bondage more important than freedom? Which one is that? Bondage is more important than freedom. Number five. Number five in my last one. I think I'm gonna save the other points for some. I'm gonna save the benefits of this one for later. Oh, she said bondage. Yeah, bondage is more important. Yeah, it is. It is, Tisa. It really, really, really is. It's more expensive than freedom, I say, because when you're in bondage, you don't get to do what you do. You miss experiences. You miss life. And then, hey Naya, and then you pay for things that are stale when you're in bondage. And then the dangers, you said bondage is more costly than freedom. Yeah, it is. It costs more. For example, no offense, if someone's in jail on a real case, they spend money on their books, money on the phone, money for paraphernalia inside, whatever inside. They spend money on attorneys. They spend crazy money and they're in bondage. When if you're free, it's a different kit. If I'm gonna spend the money, I'm gonna benefit from it. Bondage is more, she said costly. She's saying it real proper. I'm saying more expensive. It is more costly than freedom. Thank you, Lotisa. I appreciate that. Woo, I like this one. Misty Dunn said, you pay with your peace, joy, and happiness. My God, that's major. I like that. That sounds like a definition. Oh, she said, and your sanity. Woo. That's like a definition of bondage, a place where you pay with your peace, your joy, your sanity, and your freedom. Bondage. That's nice. Thank y'all. I like that. I love the interaction. Here we go, y'all. Number 5. If you ever really want to be free, you have to be honest and specific about your fear. Mm. You really can't protect it. You have to be vulnerable enough to be honest and specific about your fear if you ever really want to get serious about winning. And if you ever really want to be free, you have to decide, I'm going to be vulnerable enough to be honest and specific about my fear. Because once I got serious about winning, it became second nature. Then once I got the tag winning anyway, it became second nature, really. I got the license plate, winning one. It really became second nature. I got the website, winning anyway life. It became second nature. Everything took a second nature seat to me winning. Why? Because I was used to losing so long. And I was determined that I don't care what happens, I'm going to win. Which means as long as I don't quit, I can win. Why did it become second nature? What's first nature? First nature is the law of preservation and making God proud. That's the first law in life. The first law of life, the first nature of myself and anybody should be the law of preservation. You can't bite, no person can easily just bite your skin and eat yourself up, because your body won't let you do that in that way if you have a sane mind. First nature was the law of preservation and making God proud. Second nature is winning, having a winning anyway life. Got it? So then second nature became not allowing anything or anyone to keep me from winning. And I said anyway, because anyway validated all my issues. Watch this, Naya. All my issues, all my frustrations, all my anger, all my mistakes, all my mess ups, all my dumb days. Anyway, at the end, I'm gonna be like David. I'm going to God and get fixed one way or another. And there are some people. Can I help somebody? Can I help somebody? There are some people that you will never be fixed in their eyesight. There are some people who will never forgive you. There are some people who will never let it go. But I was determined. I'm determined. If God fixed me, I'm like David. There are some folk who will never think that you've changed, but they want you to think that they've changed. There are some people who will hold you hostage on something they know about you, not knowing that you know about them. And those people, I kind of shuttle on. I'm like, wow, you have no idea that I know. Other day, somebody was talking to me. Come on from New York, Rosalind from New York. Good to see you. Um, Somebody was talking to me about something. They said, I learned to be grateful. I learned that after all I've been through, I can't judge nobody. It was so funny because that's the key to winning. What that key says and does is, I'm telling God, as I overlook things, you overlook things. Oh my God. And it sets me up for discipline. The T went the wrong way. Set me up for discipline. At the end of the day, if I set myself up to be disciplined as best as I know how, God takes care of the rest. And when I put God as first nature and second nature, not allowing anything to keep me from winning, then what I say in the reality of it, I will win anyway, which means I'm going to hang on until I win. I'm not going to get rid of it. I'm not going to throw it away. I'm not going to take a chance. I'm going to just win anyway. I'll wait until God sets me up in life. And if God doesn't do it, if he does it by my discipline, this is what I'm giving him now. I'm giving him my discipline so I can win anyway. I think I'm going to stop there. I want to stop because I want to make sure people get this soaked in their spirit that you put God first and everything else second nature, you can apply principle and win. Create that whole life vibe. Be specific about your prayers. Be specific in your speech. Be specific in your relationships. Be specific in your connections and in your expectations. And it becomes a whole life vibe. that means that my whole life is together. I've gotten to an area where if people don't want to be in my life, I become okay with it. You have to be okay, because if you spend your life chasing, they call it chasing rabbits, which means you're hunting deer, and then a rabbit runs by, and here you are with a whole gun chasing deer, but running after a rabbit. I don't have the time. I'm now in this discipline place where I have to put things in place the way God wants it. And yes, I make mistakes. And yes, I do things crazy. And yes, I do wrong things. And sometimes I don't hear God. And sometimes I miss God. And sometimes God checks me. And sometimes life checks me. But at the end of the day, I'm never going to throw in the towel. Why? Because I still have a vision that I've imagined that He's given me. And if I have not reached that vision, I'm going to keep stretching until I get to it. Why would I keep stretching? Because I know it's there. So what I'll do is I'll take time to unclutter my life. And I'll do it according to Joshua 1, verse 8. This book of the law shall not depart in my mouth, but I'll meditate day and night. I'll observe, I'll refocus, I'll meditate, I'll observe to do all that is written. For then I shall make my way prosperous. And the Bible says I have good success. So I push myself to an area of good success in God. No matter how I messed it up. And I learned discipline. I'll give you number two. I think it's number 2 again. A loss is not a loss. Or because you had a loss, you're not a loser. It adds experience to your resume. Take your resume and reapply. You might get a different answer this time because you're disciplined this time. Listen, I'm not going to keep you. I'm like Pastor Kyle. I'm going to let you go. I'll keep my other notes for later. My other notes, Aaron, is talking about the benefits of being disciplined. I'll talk about that later. He just talks about you become a magnet to attract provisions for the vision that God's given to you. God gives you a vision. You put it here. The magnet goes through your heart and your actions, and it pulls provision for the vision God's giving you in your mind and your spirit. And it makes you a conduit for God to be blessed. Makes you a conduit for God to use you in the earth. But you got to get rid of your offense, your frustration, your anger, all that, because God didn't give vision to dirty screens. You got to clear that thing up. So when God gives you vision for it, you become a magnet to attract provision for the vision God's given you. Tell you what, meet me next Friday and I'll tell you about it. And we'll talk about that, the other keys to self-discipline. Look, this is Live Pastor Kyle. It's been an amazing morning. I hope you have your morning set for what you're going to do, more so your weekend. And then this Sunday, if you're not doing anything this Sunday, 10 o'clock a.m., meet us for prayer, and then 10:15 praise and worship. And who knows what God's going to do Sunday. I don't. I'm just excited about being in His plan and in His will. This is Live Pastor Kyle signing out. And as I always say, no matter what happens in your life, know this: you can win anyway. You know you can because you're already winning. Continue to win. Have a wonderful weekend. God bless you, and we'll see you soon. Peace.